and welcome to the Helpware Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Ethan, and today is a bit of a unique one for us. Join me and two nerds of the roundtable and a special guest as I have three unique conversations about who should win Anime of the Year for Crunchyroll's Anime of the Year Awards. Today I'm joined by Rob.
Oh, just kidnapped me.
I have not kidnapped you.
Yeah, I'm back. That felt good. Not having a mental breakdown. But on now.
So, Solo Leveling.
I do need to watch them.
You need to watch it, yeah. And so does Oakley. The fact that he hasn't seen it and he's watched more anime than me.
I'm shocked he hasn't watched it.
Keeps...
I've tried.
Yeah.
I've found the first one boring, but I've been told it gets so much better.
It's slow to begin with. It's a slow burn over the first two episodes, but that's just because it's setting up the premise of the system and him like getting the ability to power up.
I'll probably try again at some point. Second time I tried it was because, do you know when nothing takes your fancy?
Mm.
Yeah, it was one of those days. I tried everything and nothing.
Basically, it takes a while because he doesn't get the really cool gifts until like season 2, which is the one that's just come out, where he can like create an entire army of monster shadows. But the first time you hear the "Arise," you're like, okay.
Hello, Daddy.
Yeah. All right, dude. You know, okay, you've got me.
Tell me when and where, and I'll bend over.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go again at some point.
The fact that the entire abridged version is just different, like sexual scenarios is funny as hell. As well.
I've seen bits and pieces of that. It's hilarious.
Yeah, sister leveling, Diddy leveling. Things like that. Like, they know what they're doing and they're funny with it. There's even the furry route for the guy that can turn into a lion man.
That's cool.
And
the one I need to catch up on the most is Demon Slayer, to be honest.
I need to watch more of Demon Slayer, but I'm starting to catch up on some of the older classics because if you remember back to the Helpware Weaves episode from last year, I only recently, like from last year onwards, got into anime.
So good.
It was actually My Hero Academia that brought me into anime.
That's one that got me back into it. I used to love it as a kid. I was a big Naruto fan as a kid and Dragon Ball Z.
Well, I say that...
Technically, you've also got Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon.
That's what I was about to say. I say that it was My Hero Academia that got me into anime. But I used to watch I've watched all the Yu-Gi-Ohs, and I've watched like 40% of the Pokemon series because they just kept going on and going on.
No, the latest series of Pokemon's good. It's weird without that.
I've seen some of that just because I've played Scarlet and Violet, and I wanted to see like how that plays out on screen.
Me and my other half have restarted Pokemon Shield.
Yeah.
And we're having a little competition to see who can finish it first.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I started mine last night while I was babysitting my niece. And I started it before she went to bed. So instead of being a boy, I'm a girl. She insisted. Called Rosanna. Did she pick the cute little bunny? Or the monkey she knows her uncle loves? No. I've got Sobble. Because she wanted the cute blue one.
Oh, we both know that you would have gone for the monkey if you'd have been the one choosing.
To be fair, the other like 20 million times I played it, I've been the monkey.
True. I
I
mean,
might go and Pokemon home and transfer myself for a gym over. Yes.
what do you call it? When I was playing Scarlet, because that's the variant I got for Scarlet and Violet Scarlet, I picked Quaxley, um, for my starter Pokemon, mainly because he had a quiff,
No,
like Elvis Presley.
I like Craxley. I hate the other two forms.
You've said that before. Like, I don't. They're not too bad, but they get they get too humanoid.
I um, get the final form of the 5 types of crocodile. I don't care what people say. Its first form is not a crocodile, it's a hippo.
It does look more like a hippo, yeah.
Uh,
I think
but I
it's
like the cats and
supposed to
all.
be a hippo. It's supposed to be a crocodile on its like hind legs, but it does look more like a hippo.
It's a hippo. Uh, brain's gone dead.
But yeah, back to anime.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Because we could talk about Pokemon forever. It's an anime and a game, but we could talk about that forever. Um, I
Pokemon forever. I'll be talking about Yu-Gi-Oh forever, to be honest.
I've watched Naruto. Um, my only thing, and it's probably something that's gonna get me in trouble with Naruto fans. I love the show. I don't like Naruto as a person, as a character.
Oh, no, he's a knob. Don't get me wrong.
Especially in the early seasons. He's insufferable. Like, I just can't get over the fact that he just won't shut up about being the next Hokage in the first couple of seasons. It's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Please. Actually listen to the people that know what they're talking about. This is like serious stuff.
Yeah, but it's like most. Uh, but yeah, it's like most characters, protagonist. They're just annoying sometimes.
Yeah. They're just so sometimes it grates on me. Sometimes I can get over it. Like Ben 10 in the I know it's not anime, it's cartoon, but like Ben 10 has a very similar personality in the very early seasons of Ben 10. And as a kid, that was okay, but as an adult, if I was ever to rewatch Ben 10, that grates on me as well.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
To be honest, it's the same when I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! GX used to be my favorite season, but Jaden's just annoying.
That's the thing. Our mate loves Jaden. Yeah, he doesn't like the XYZ series because he's too happy and upbeat.
But that's just Jaden, though.
Yeah, I've said that to him.
It's
I'm like, yeah, but you love Jaden.
they're just the same character reskinned, except he also has Yugi Moto's skill of having a second person with him.
Yeah,
Um,
I need to
so
watch that series.
the thing is, like I said, GX used to be my favorite season of Yu-Gi-Oh. I loved the Neo-Spacians, and to be honest, my favorite character in the entire GX series doesn't even come in till like season 3, I think it is, because it's Jessie.
That's Chloe's.
I just love the Crystal Beasts.
Chloe does. She's got the deck.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I love the Crystal Beasts. I love like Sapphire Pegasus. Sapphire Pegasus. I always wanted it as a kid.
Next time you come over,
Yeah.
I'll get her to bring it down with you and show her.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That was the one I always wanted as a kid. That one. Like, Jaden I found cool, more so when he was the Supreme King. Spoiler alert for a show that's really old at this point. But more so when he was the Supreme King than when he was Jaden, because I thought he was a cooler villain than a hero.
Yeah.
And you Bell as well.
You Bell, I just got more support.
Yeah.
One of the top decks at the minute.
Probably gonna out myself here, but you Bell's probably one of my hear me outs.
Oh.
As a character. As a kid, I kind of found you Bell kind of attractive.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why. There was just something about like when she had the full form. When I was like, damn. No wonder Jaden used super polymerization.
Yeah, she never did it for me. I think it was because she had an eye like on her forehead.
Yeah, the third eye.
Yeah, and as we both know, I'm not good with
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are probably gonna come for me in the comments over that one. But yeah, apparently you Bell did it for me. Sorry about that.
Weird ones that did it for me.
You Bell and Jesse.
Jesse.
From GX.
Probably the female lead in GX I had a thing for.
Oh, Alexis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that anime things I had it for would have been the female rabbit, Bugs Bunny.
Oh, Lola Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a girl on TikTok. TikTok who cosplays as her.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh my god. The other weird one, mainly because of the old eye thing, would be Leela from Futurama.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why. Normally that grows me out, but Leela, I think it's because she can kick ass.
I mean, there's a reason Fry spent the entire series of Futurama before the reboot trying to get with Leela. Spoiler alert, in the reboot / pickup of the series, he's already with her.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? It's weird. I like it, but it's also weird.
It is weird. It's weird seeing them together as a couple because we're used to Fry pining after Leela and Leela rebuffing his advances.
But then it ended with her finally giving in.
Which was a beautiful, bittersweet ending because we were like, oh, they finally got together. Damn it, we're not going to get to see it. But then they've brought it back and we get to see it, but it's just weird. So.
Yeah.
Maybe they had it right
back
the
to
first time.
anime.
Yeah. As I was saying, just before we move on, as I was saying, maybe they had it right the first time and just left it where they left it. But yeah, back to anime. The announcement for anime of the year this year has come out. The sticks that are up are Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Free Run, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, and Apothecary Diaries. Now, you aren't up to date on most of these.
No, I've heard of Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju number 8 is really good.
I've obviously heard of Solo Leveling because of I want to watch it, and friends have watched it.
Yeah.
I've heard of the dungeon one because one of them's voiced by, I'm a fan of the channel Smosh.
Yes.
Damien from Smosh,
Yeah.
one of the voices.
They're one of the voice actors, aren't they, in it?
Yeah.
Free Run. The best way to describe Free Run is an anime that takes place after the Demon King has already been defeated. And Free Run is an elf. So she lives very, very, very long, as we all know. Elves tend to.
Yeah.
So she was part of the party that defeated the Demon King, but now that party's all dead. And now she's got to live on. While slowly realizing she was in love with the main hero of that party.
Oh.
But it took her too long to realize it. It's a beautiful exploration on what it would be like to live as long as elves do. Because they're so used to taking things slow, when they finally realize things, it might be too late.
Sounds intriguing.
It's amazing. And the characters you get in it, like, she's reliving the adventures with a new pie and going back to locations she went to with her original pie, telling stories about them, trying to get to know her new party because she feels like she missed out on that experience with her old party. It's just... oh, it tugs at your heartstrings.
What's that one called again?
Free Run, Beyond Journey's End. Beyond Journey's End. So, the whole adventure is Free Run, her apprentice, and the apprentice of one of her friends trying to go to heaven so she can see the hero from the party that she was originally part of and finally tell him how she feels.
Rerun.
Free Run. I'll send you the title after we're done so you can find it.
That's really interesting.
It's very, very good. You know how big of a solo leveling fan I am.
Yeah.
Like, I love solo leveling, but
I want to try it, but as I said to you off the podcast, the first 2 episodes just bored me, and I've just not gone back to it.
I mean, that's fair. They're slow, and I'm a binge watcher, so the minute I start something, I finish it in, well, usually the same day.
I do if I enjoy it.
But like I said, you know how big of a solo leveling fan I am. If Oakley was on here, he'd be turning around and saying to me to shut up about solo leveling. Because of the amount of times I bit his ear off trying to get him to watch it. But
I'm surprised he watched it.
If I was to pick between Free Run and solo leveling, which one should take home Crunchyroll's Anime of the Year award, Free Run deserves it. Its story is beautifully crafted. The animation is gorgeous. And it feels like it could take place after Lord of the Rings. It's like that. It feels like it could take place after Lord of the Rings, and we're following, like, say, Legolas after everyone in the Fellowship is gone. And he realizes that he was actually best friends with Gimli, for example. That's what it feels like to me. And if you can capture that in 12 episodes, then I'm like, yeah, you deserve to win.
Yeah.
Delicious in Dungeon, I haven't seen it. I need to watch it.
I've not seen it. I want to because the Smosh link.
Kaiju number 8 is like a power fantasy, but rather than like a teenage power fantasy, it's like a middle-aged power fantasy.
Yeah.
In this world, kaijus are a thing, and then people stop the kaijus. But this middle-aged guy who's always wanted to be a kaiju hunter keeps missing out on his chance, and then accidentally eats a kaiju and becomes a kaiju.
Oh. I'll admit, was not expecting to see that.
Yeah, he eats like this weird fly thing, and then he becomes a kaiju. So, spoiler alert for if you... I should have said that beforehand, but spoiler alert if you want to watch any of these. Dandadan is just batshit crazy. If Dandadan is going to win any award, it's probably going to be the most inventive anime. Probably not anime of the year, but probably most inventive anime. Because it's balls to the wall from episode 1.
Yeah.
The main premise is that a ghost lady stole the main male character's balls.
Oh.
And then he got some of her power. He then teamed up with a psychic who there's weirdly sexual tension between him and the her. Well, it's not weird, but like it is weird.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And aliens are also after her reproductive organs. And they're always called bananas for some reason.
Okay.
That is the best description I can give for Dandadan. You actually have to watch Dandadan to understand Dandadan.
One I've started watching, well, the 7th season. But yeah, the one I've come watching lately is My Hero.
Yeah, they've just released that Vigilantes, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah, a spin-off series, My Hero Vigilantes.
We'll have to look that up. I've been watching the 7th season, the one I hadn't watched yet.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
No spoilers on that one, because I think people need to watch that. And that's not just getting into, like, the premise.
Yeah.
But that one is basically the combination of everything it's been leading up to. I thought it was going to be the final season until it just ended, and I was like, wait, but it's not over.
See, I thought it was the final season.
No,
I signed the paper.
Season 8, apparently. I thought it was the final season too, and then the final episode came out, and I watched it, and I was like, but the battle's not over. I'm confused. Oh, there's another season. It literally says we'll continue in season 8, and I was like, oh, I thought this was the final season. So yeah, confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I could have sworn they'd said that was going to be the last season.
Yeah, same.
But evidently they decided against that. But yeah, you should watch Vigilantes. The basic premise for Vigilantes is what happens if a guy with a quirk who wants to be a hero misses out on going to hero school and never gets his hero license.
Oh, hence the name Vigilantes.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go. But yeah, it's what got me back into anime because I hit teenagers and I kind of stopped watching it.
As you do, you kind of drift away from cartoons and things like that.
Yeah. And then I've always looked like comic books, obviously, and stuff like that. And I found this anime that's basically heroes, and it's like, okay, I'll try this. Oh my God, this is awesome. And then I fell back in love with anime.
Oh my God, this is awesome. Oh my God, wait, this isn't just for kids. Why is that main person stripping off for a superpower? I'm confused. Nana, don't come
Why
in.
the hell? Why the hell is that hero in Lycra?
Yeah. Basically that, hey Nana, don't come in, that was literally me while I was watching My Hero Academia at my Nana's house. Miss Midnight came on and I was like, wait, she has to be basically naked for her quirk to work? Nana, don't come in the room. Ah! And then I found High School DxD and only watched that when I was alone, because that one is very pervy.
I've not watched all of that yet.
Yeah, well, any anime where the main protagonist gets a power up by boobage is not one you want to watch with your family.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, sure you don't. So, for me, as I said, I want Freeran to win. Rob, if you were to pick out of the 6, I know you've not seen them, but if you were to pick one, which one do you think should win?
Going off what you told me about them all, 3-1 sounds like the best.
Yeah.
But for me, because I love Smosh, I'll go for Smosh.
So, Delicious...
Smosh. I'll go for Delicious Dungeon.
Okay, then. Thanks, Rob. Okay, so now we're going to pan over to some other nerds of the round table. Do you want to introduce yourself, mate?
I am Oakley, the resident gamer. I feel like I need no introduction because, I am Novikin, the Dead King, the gamer of the round table, and just an overall 10 out of 10 dude. So,
Yeah, you've been on quite a few episodes this far. I think your latest one was our basically retrospective on Book of Boba Fett.
yes.
I believe that was your latest episode. So,
I'm going to get you into Slice of Life.
You already made me watch Horimiya, and I did enjoy that.
Because Horimiya is just peak. Best anime.
It was really good. I will give you that Horimiya was very good. So, we watched that on one of our boys' nights.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 sleep schedule.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 sleep schedule. We went to sleep about 4 o'clock and watched all of Horimiya Season 1 in like 2 days.
To be fair, that is good for us.
It is. We didn't watch it in 24 hours.
Exactly.
But then again, we didn't start watching it till like 9 o'clock at night, so... I'm pretty sure if we'd have started earlier on in the day, it'd have been defeated by 4 o'clock.
We need to watch in chronological order. We need to watch like Season 2 in conjunction with Season 1.
You mean The Lost Days?
Yeah.
It is really good.
Love Horimiya.
I know you do. You're a big Horimiya fan.
But we're not here to talk about Horimiya however much.
No, we're not to talk about the 6 animes up for Anime of the Year.
And all of them are very well deserved, I'm not going to lie to you.
That was, if I remember rightly from the beginning half of this episode when I was talking with Rob, that was Kaiju number 8, Apothecary Diaries, Solo Leveling, which is like the Glaze King at the moment, Freerun, Beyond Journey's End, Delicious in Dungeon, and what's the last one? Oh yeah, Dan.
Another thing that we watched.
Yes. Now, well, all of these are deserving. Dan being the most inventive anime I think that's come out in maybe even the last 10 years, not just the last year.
Yeah.
Solo Leveling, like I said, it's literally one of the most popular animes, also one of the most aura farmy animes, and Sun Jin-woo is daddy.
Bro Aura farms more than Kirito in season 1.
Yeah, but he still ain't beating Piccolo. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, but Piccolo forces it.
True, Sun Jin just exudes it.
Alright.
But then there's... I mean, I haven't seen Delicious in Dungeon. For what I've seen of it, people have described it as Food Wars meets like a D&D RPG.
Delicious in Dungeon. It deserves to be on this list. It is a good anime, but personally, I didn't enjoy it. They're just, all of them just lacked motivation. In my opinion, there was no dire sense. I mean, there's something else on this list which seems like it has no urgency, but it works for that anime.
Apothecary Diaries.
No, we're talking about Freerun.
See, I agree. See, I think Apothecary Diaries also falls into that category of not having any urgency to it, but it's an anime that doesn't really need urgency to it because it's a political Scooby-Doo mystery show. So
Yeah, but with Freerun, it's like it lacks. I wouldn't even say like it lacks it. It's just there's a lot of times where there's no urgency because Freerun just sees time as like
Freerun's
nothing.
autistic.
Yeah,
and she
but
gets
also
sidetracked by her special interest.
Yeah,
and
it works so well.
And because she's got like this weird thing, because she's an elf of, well, time doesn't really matter. I'm immortal anyway.
Yeah.
She'll just spend like 6 months in a village reading a book.
Yeah, exactly. But it works.
So, I'm gathering from our... I think the only one we haven't talked about is Kaiju number 8, which I talked a little bit about with Rob. The way I described it to Rob was a middle-aged man dreams of becoming a kaiju hunter his entire life, fails all the time until he accidentally eats a kaiju and becomes a kaiju himself.
See, I haven't watched this, but it's kind of giving me AOT vibes with Erin.
And it's really good, and it deserves to be on this list. But does it stack with the others? Probably not.
I feel like, obviously, I haven't seen it, but I feel like from what I'm hearing, it'll be, in my opinion, it'd be better than Delicious in Dungeon.
I think it's driven by its characters. Its characters are interesting. Its plot's okay.
But you know that I prefer characters to plot.
Yeah. But
I mean, my favorite thing is slice of life, for God's sake.
Yeah. So now that we've talked a bit about it, and just to quantify something that I said a bit earlier on when I called Apothecary Diaries political Scooby-Doo, I don't mean that it's like a mystery and they pull off a mask at the end of every episode. I just mean that the mysteries are very simplistic, and in my opinion anyway, and they it's kind of pretty obvious, at least in the anime. I don't know what it's like in the manga, who the villain is going to be for that episode, but it doesn't really matter. It's not about who the villain's going to be. It's about why they're doing it and how they're doing it that's interesting. And it plays into the politics of the show. Plus,
So it's like the Andor of anime.
Yeah, pretty much. Except,
But better.
Andor is annoying as fuck, especially season 2, where it time jumps like 666,000 times. I'm exaggerating,
Yeah, but
but so back to anime and back to the original point. So out of the 6 that we've discussed before we went on a little Star Wars tangent, go check out our Book of Boba Fett episode if you want to hear us talk more about Star Wars.
Yep.
Which one do you think should take the crown?
Freyrin. Without a doubt, Freyrin. There's no question. It's peak.
I knew you and Rob would disagree.
What did Rob say?
So Rob did say that he thinks Freerun was probably the better answer. He probably should take it. But because one of them from Smosh is a voice actor in Delicious in Dungeon, he wants that to win.
Each to their own. Each to their own.
So,
but yeah, Freyrin is the clear winner.
Freyrin, all right. Thank you. Thank you for that, Oakley. And thank you for giving your opinion.
No problem.
So, now that we've had our regular Nerds of the Roundtable's views on who should win Anime of the Year, I thought I'd get a special guest who's been into anime a lot longer than we have. Dale, would you like to introduce yourself?
Certainly. I am a 35-year-old autistic ambivert that has been watching anime for well over 20 years. So, I might be a bit of a veteran. We'll see. Everyone's got their opinion.
You're also the Scottish Lion in the Depths of Umberhold episode, if I remember rightly.
Correct. I did enjoy playing Donate. Hopefully, we'll see about me joining future episodes. I do apologise to everyone listening as well. I have woken up with a bit of a cold, so apologies if my voice is a bit hoarse.
Oh, they're used to my voice. I'm pretty sure any other voice is better than that.
Oh, do you get all the Yorkshire comments?
I've had it on stream before. Yeah. Oh, you'd make the perfect villain. You must be from England.
Oh yeah. To be fair, that we wear that like a badge of honour.
Yeah.
Come on, all the best major villains in movie career have been British. We just pull it off so well.
I mean, yeah, there is a reason.
Trying to guess. Sorry, to anyone trying to guess my accent, good luck. It's a big mix.
It started off the same as mine, but morphed along the way.
Oh yes. Well, the Yorkshire always comes through, as well as certain other aspects. We'll keep that a secret.
It's like
as an autistic, I'll give a hint. Like because we mimic stuff, I've picked up a lot of American accents. So
it's like my sisters down south with my dad. They obviously my dad's from Yorkshire, but their mum's from where they live in the south. Yeah, they've got like this hodgepodge Yorkshire southern accent for England. It's weird and cute. More so my baby sister than my little sister, but because she spent more time with my dad as like a little girl, like when she was a baby because of lockdown. So she's got like a deeper Yorkshire accent, but as she's getting older, she's around more Southerners, which means the Southern's taking over, and it's kind of morphing the accent, and it's kind of sweet and weird.
It's getting more softly spoken and with a bit of clarity.
Yeah, but still with that Yorkshire isms. Like she'll still say
yes.
Butte, but in a way that sounds like the Queen could have said it, and it's like that seems a bit off.
Oh, look at that balmy lad.
Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, so the Anime Awards.
Yes, I was looking at the list. Before this recording, we had a fun discussion about this.
We did. And for the listeners at home, we did have another recording, but as is a tradition on this podcast, the software decided to fuck it up.
It
So-
committed suicide.
Yeah. So,
It heard all our voices together and thought, no, hang on, this is too much. I'm off.
yeah. So, this is why we've got three segments basically for this episode.
So, for anyone still somehow lost, this is the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. And Crunchyroll have saw fit to provide us 6 lovely choices.
Yes, which we
Dan.
reiterated, but we'll reiterate again so that you can go through them.
Dan, Delicious in Dungeon, Freyren Beyond Journey's End, Kaiju Number 8, Solo Leveling, and The Apothecary Diaries. All of them, in their own right, are worth watching. Obviously, it depends on your taste and genres, but generally, there's something to enjoy from all 6 of these, so it is a good choice.
Yeah, I've watched
still
5
hold
out
it
of the
comfortable.
6.
Yes. Well, you probably could get around to the 6 yourself in spare time.
Yeah.
For me personally, I remember talking to this about with you and Oakley. I'm astonished how to use the wrong way to use healing magic was not in the list.
Yeah, I think we were confused by it, but maybe it was due to when it ended being last March, but
Yeah.
we can't be certain on why it wasn't included because it is a 2024 release.
As anyone that's been watching anime for years, and I'm not saying that as me, I'm saying to anyone listening to this, everyone will know when it comes to that industry, especially the business front of it, there could be 1,000 different reasons why an anime, a franchise, hasn't or has done things.
Yeah.
So, as you say, for some reason it could be how it ended, could be how it ended, it could be who owns it, it could be the writer or author denied it, it could be any list of reasons.
It could be popularity
That
on
being said,
Crunchyroll.
oh yes, and as to our discussion earlier, we all thoroughly enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I will be completely transparent. If it was in this list, it would have took my number 1 spot.
Yeah.
That being said, the selection we got, as I mentioned before, it's not bad. All of these have something to offer. Now, the one I put my vote in to win, it wins simply because, looking at it again, to give it fresh words, it offers everything the rest of them do and delivers it well, and then adds its own unique things. So the world is built right. It's one of the few anime I've ever watched where they've done flashbacks well. Like, I wasn't interrupted, annoyed by whatever it's turned away from at the time to show me. No, I was interested in it, and it delivered it well. And that would be Freeman,
Yeah.
Beyond Journey's End.
I thought you were going to say that. That seems to be the consensus between myself, you, and Oakley. And even Rob has said that if the actor from Smosh wasn't in Delicious in Dungeon, he would have put Freerin at the top. He only picked Delicious in Dungeon over Freerin because of his loyalty to Smosh.
Yes, fully understandable. We all have our own reasons for enjoying anime. Plenty of fans out there love certain anime because they're voice actors.
Yeah.
I mean, like for example, the Apothecary Diaries has a soft spot in my heart because it's by Toho, and I'm a huge Godzilla fan.
I mean,
So
the Apothecary Diaries has a soft spot in my heart because I'm just like, when is Mao Mao going to end up with Jinshi? Hurry up.
you'll be waiting a while. That's how these genres go.
I know, it's such a slow burn, but it's hooked me because I'm just like, oh, I'm waiting for
But
it.
yes,
Because,
like Dan to Dan is a breath of fresh air, especially for comedy.
yeah, and it's
And
batshit.
Yes, it's fantastic. Delicious in Dungeon is charming, and absolutely the characters are engaging. Kaiju number 8, I always pick out the kaiju part of it. They're not huge, but I don't care. The monsters are awesome, the characters are awesome, and the world they've made is awesome. The action is fantastic.
I like the fact that the kaiju can be huge, though, because we've seen it with kaiju number 8. He walks around like a regular person most of the time, but he can grow.
He can. We haven't seen him grow to kaiju size, but he's certainly grown to the point you'd mistake him for a T-Rex.
So I'm wondering if he can grow kaiju size. He just hasn't yet because, spoiler alert, he doesn't fully understand his powers yet because he hasn't had the training in them.
Yeah. Well, that, and there's a good deep story to him being scared to use them for good bloody reason.
Yeah, so maybe in season 2.
Is any indication, then yeah, you're right. He could easily grow because we saw another person that quite similar to his own powers did it.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking that basically season 2 we might actually get like he's our Godzilla stand-in, and one of the bad kaiju is Mothman or whatever.
Without touching on any spoilers, that is likely the scenario because season 2 he'll certainly be exploring what he's actually capable of now.
Yeah. So
Solo leveling, I feel needs little in the way of introductions.
I mean,
it's been on the minds of many.
I think the best way to describe Solo Leveling is a good story, despite what people say on the internet, with fantastic aura farming and a great protagonist.
It is, yes, he is a really decent protagonist. I think what a lot of people forget as well, he's only like 25 years old. Even when he gets powerful and cool. And before that, and don't worry, these aren't spoilers, everyone. This is enticing if you haven't watched. For the past 4 years, he's been risking his life, ending up in hospital, doing a job, fighting monsters that, even with his powers at the time, put him at serious harm's way and risk so he can pay his mother's medical bills and his sister's education bills without his dad in the picture.
Yeah, and
he did that for 4 years by himself.
And then anyone that says there isn't a plot, I'm just gonna tell you, go watch the episode It Was All Worth It and tell me there wasn't a plot.
I'll also fight anyone because there's big criticism on the season 2 of that episode, and I'll fight anyone that says it ruined it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Because that is ridiculous what came out after that episode on the internet.
Oh, yeah. It was, in the manhwa, it was perfect, and honestly, I think the anime did it justice. Which brings me to a fun little fact, actually. When you told me about this list and asked me to join in, when I saw Solo Leveling, we did actually have to look up if it counts as an anime or not. Because for not people that aren't fully aware, it's not from a manga series, it's from a manhwa series from Korea.
Yeah, so we weren't sure, but it is a Japanese studio that produces it, so
Yes.
It does.
A1 Pictures, they do good work, always have.
Yes.
And then brings us to Apothecary Diaries, which is a little thanks to you. It's nice laid back one. It's more political, yes, but it's charming as well.
It's just got that.
Um,
It's safer work. Yeah, I mean, it's got that little raunchiness to it with certain
Yes.
aspects, but it's not overt. It's not shown, so you could quite
Yeah.
easily put this on in front of a 10-year-old and not have a problem.
It's a brilliant romance anime, and it's compared to the likes of Snow White with red hair, meaning it's a nice light watch that you can indulge in and just love the situations they get into.
And Descendants of a Bookworm, I believe, which I love that series.
Yes. I'm waiting for the next season of that, actually. I'd like to see how it develops.
Yeah, me too, especially with how it ended off.
Oh, unfortunately, that's always anime. The good ones, it always ends off in such a way that you're like, wait, no, don't end it there. There's got to be more.
Give me more.
But as I alluded to earlier, after this rather long exposition rather, these 5, you can find elements of all of them in Freewen,
Yeah.
and then Freewen continues to offer more. We're seeing the world a very beautifully written world with plenty of depth. We see it through the eyes of Freewen, who's well over 1,000 years old. We see her concept of time and how things change, but it's not in a way that makes us lost.
No.
Masterfully done. And then we get elements from the humans that are with her. And then we also get her dealing with essentially her very bad lack of social understandings as she reminisces.
And I just love the fact that basically the entire story of Freeran is Freeran realizing she was in love with one of the characters. No spoilers, but
Oh, don't
by
worry, it's obvious in episode 1.
it
Yes, don't
is,
worry.
it is. But for people that haven't watched episode 1, I'm not going to say which character until you watch it.
Yes, it's very much apparent as well that character was very much in love with her,
Yeah,
and
but
she did not pick up on it.
but she didn't realize it until after, and now she's sad. And this entire story is her grieving process, but Elb's grieve slow.
Yes, you hit the nail on the head, because to anyone listening to this that hasn't watched it and thinking, oh, it's one of those airheads, main characters can't tell, it's not like that. It's more like it's a cultural clash because of she's an elf. This is how they view the world.
Yeah.
It's not she's inept and can't understand simple advances of romance. It's genuinely she's struggling because of what she is. And we see perspectives, as I mentioned, from humans. We get perspectives from dwarves and even a few demons. And it's all highly interesting, honestly, because you get all these different perspectives, but you're never confused.
No. I also like the fact that she has companions because it allows you to see the flow of time. Because the main companion we
Yes.
first meet as a little girl, and then by the end of the series, she's an adult, and you can tell by the art style that she's an adult, and it's like, but they don't really show you that time's passed because we're getting it from Freeran's perspective.
We see her as a toddler that can't even speak to a very dependable companion that, if anything, becomes Freeman's caretaker because she cannot wake up in the mornings to save her life. And
Yeah.
then we get another companion who's, let's be honest, he's got a bit of a confidence
Issue.
deficit.
Yeah.
He doesn't realize how strong he actually is.
Yeah.
Because he's too busy comparing himself to people that, quite frankly, are an extreme case.
And even
He's like comparing
even those
himself to his
people
brother.
that he keeps comparing himself to, we find out from them when we get flashbacks. Like I said, it's seamless. We get flashbacks, and they're like, "Yeah, he surpassed me ages ago," but I can't tell him. I'm too scared to tell him.
Yeah, he was too prideful, bless him. He
Yeah.
couldn't believe his apprentice already surpassed him.
Sort of thing.
But, thank you for having me, Ethan.
No
It's
problem.
been interesting to be on a proper podcast.
Yes. So now,
I hope people.
So now we've got our consensus. It looks like Freerun has reigned supreme for the nerds of the round table. So, with that then, everybody, it's time to sign off. I will see you all in the next episode. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.
Bye, everyone.
Couldn't have said it better myself.